and just take it away. I think we got Bala on phone now to sort of carry forward this conversation. Just sorry, we having some issue with the line. You're making this point on the Nifty.
Yeah, apologies. Probably the problem is at my end. I had said last week that the market could trap people on both sides, long and the short side, and the markets seem to be doing typically that. It has come very close to the 17K mark that I said, but slightly higher, and that signifies short-term strength. But the problem for the Indian markets come from the global macros. The S&P seems to have put in a reversal, but it's not completely clear. But even if it hasn't, the next higher high for the Nifty that takes the market above the August 19th high, it will probably push somewhere close to the record highs, or it could be either slightly short of it or slightly above it. But this is not a start of a new trend. It's a very tricky and a treacherous market. If the markets were to exceed record highs, use that opportunity to liquidate. What I'm talking is something like as a medium-term view. Once the markets come close to the record highs, we're going to see possibly a waterfall decline that probably exceeds the 14,000 medium-term picture that I've had and takes the market somewhere close to 12,500 mark. This is a very tricky market and not an easy market to trade, so be on the edge.
Okay, so Jay sort of pointing to caution as well, even as we kind of look and celebrate the move that is on right now. Jay, how are some of the bigger sectors looking? How has your view changed? Just run us through. I mean, banks, for example, and what they're doing now. Autos has been another area which has performed. So just weigh in on these two and more.
Yeah, the banks are drawing its strength from State Bank of India, and State Bank of India has got a unfinished upward move, probably heading somewhere close to 570. As long as State Bank of India remains above 508, I think it's still got upside, and it'll drag the banking Nifty higher along with it. The Bank Nifty faces resistance around 39,450 to 39,850. So when it comes to the auto, we are seeing a mild level of exhaustion in momentum. So although the price could go a little bit higher, but as long as the auto index stays about 12,600, this outperformance that started in March, that's likely to continue. But once 12,600 breaks, you want to be start thinking of liquidating your long positions in the auto sector. But until that holds up, it's all good for the auto sector.
I just spoke about financial Nifty, Nigel, 18,200 when it was crossing that. What if it crosses that and starts to trade above that? We're at 18,264. I tell you why it is important. If you look at the 18,200 call for today, by the way, the weekly options expiry on financial Nifty happens on Tuesdays, and it started to generate some really big volumes. So at 3 p.m., the 18,200 call was trading at 2 rupees. It's gone up to 60 rupees. It's in a matter of 8 minutes. It's from 2 rupees, it's gone up to 60 rupees. And some of the other calls of financial Nifty today are up almost, 2,000 to 8,000%. That's been the kind of move that you've seen in today's trade. And the point I made, I think 3 or 4 days back, September and October are 2 months in which the market can make mincemeat of option sellers. Because of these kind of days, you could have absolutely no risk management that will protect you against this kind of move when it happens, with the gap up to begin with, and then the market keeps moving higher and higher and higher, and towards the end, I think from 230 onwards, the market would have easily added another 1%, more than that maybe on the index itself.
Absolutely. All right. So that's about the index then. I think we'll thank Jay, for joining in fact, giving us his quick take on the indices. It's looking good for the time being. We slipped to a short break, but on the other side, Nimesh is waiting with us. He'll get us a quick check into dealing rooms. We'll also be joined by our technical experts. Don't go anywhere.